This is about Opa getting his old car ready for a parade. He's put lights on it. He's get friends to help. He's get Elsa ride with him. He drives in the parade. He talks by a campfire. That's all.
Oh, hey, you're back. Good to see you again. What do we have going on today? Well, today, see behind me is the old Model A, and we're doing a parade today. When you have a Model A or a vintage car, parades just happen. That's why I always have Old Glory on the corners, because sometimes a parade can happen when you don't even expect it. So my son and I, this fall, we're going to an old car show in Swantucky, Ohio. So you can find that on the map. And we were late, of course. And I was cutting through the back streets, came up to a barricade. It seemed like it was no longer needed. There wasn't any traffic. Pulled through on Main Street, and weren't we in the middle of a parade? Unregistered, unexpected. And we couldn't get out. There was a gap in the parade because of a railroad track. And there we were in the parade. So I used to tell my son, just act like we're supposed to be here. And we were waving and honking our awooga horn, and we were a big hit. And then the parade took a turn, and we went straight to the old car show. So you never know when you're invited or not invited that you might end up in a parade. So today is parade day in one of our local small towns, villages, and we're going to be in it. We might have some guests, maybe from the North Pole. Don't know. It'll be riding with us in the parade, but we got to get her ready. So what do we have going on here? I'll show you. Another upgrade, a 12-volt outlet. Yep. Now, I put this on with double-sided tape because, again, I don't like drilling holes in a car that's almost 100 years old. You know, it's just, okay, I don't even want to go there. But anyhow, Henry Ford's probably rolling over his grave because I'll be able to charge my cell phone in my Model A. But this is going to be at the heart of this parade. What we're going to do is take this power inverter, plug it into the 12-volt outlet, and we'll have 110 coming from this old beast. It's just so cool, you know? And we're going to be charging it, and we're going to light this thing up. So it will be ready for a Christmas parade. We might get tacky. I mean, I'm going to do some tacky things here, believe me, but it's all for the best. My cat thinks so too, so let's get at it. All right, so can you see me? Just so we're in the mood for decorating, and it is cold outside, and I'm leaving the tag on it in case I want it. No, I won't send it back. I won't return it. But just so we can have a good time while I'm doing this, I have to be in, what do they call that? When you're in a play and you have to do your role, whatever it is, that's what I'm doing. Okay, I'm going with LEDs on a long string. LEDs take almost no juice at all. I mean, they can probably run off polar energy, you know, whatever that is. So I'm going to be stringing these on here, getting in the Christmas mood. Well, I guess I do look ridiculous in this hat, but that never stopped me before. So here we have, the lights are on, the tackiness is applied, and let's let's take a look at the converter, who I could not have done this without my buddy Mike, and he's actually got the North Pole connection that we're going to need for the parade, so we'll find that out later. All right, there's the connection, 12 volts, and here's the inverter that my buddy Mike sold me for, I don't know, 4 or 5 times what he paid for it, something like that. Anyhow, I needed it, and I haven't paid for it yet, so I better shut up. Now let's see if these lights work. No? Yep. Okay, you can't see it very well on the, but when it gets dark, you'll see it. There they are. So you can walk around. Well, I don't know if I should have gone with the LEDs, to be honest with you. They're okay, but they really don't shine like those old ones, you know, when one goes out, they all go out. There's the tackiness. And I think I better tighten that up a little bit. I just don't. Okay. Well, it's the start. It's the first Christmas parade that this car, since it's belonged to me, has been in. And we probably need to get heading on towards the parade grounds here pretty soon. But it all works. First time. Oh, wait a minute. Wait. We got to check and see if the lights go on. All right. I hope you can see it from here. Let's shoot through the window there. All right. So connected to the horn, which my buddy Mike had to rebuild for me. You know, let me just say, life lesson. If you don't have the proper tools, let me turn this around. If you don't have the proper tools, and I think this hat will accentuate this life lesson. If you don't have the proper tools or the knowledge or the skills, make friends that have all those assets. It really pays off. Okay, let's see if the little 12 volt LED lights turn on. Here I'm hitting the horn. They do. Now what you don't see, that's right in that area, is the Wooga horn, which we're going to mount back on before the parade. And every time I hit the horn, the Wooga horn will go on and the front LED lights will light with it, hopefully. Okay, I got my rolls on. Pretty much I just unrolled it, laid it around, try to make it even on both sides, and kind of outline the silhouette of the car with the lights. And I used 3 of these, and so I've got a total on the car almost 700 lights. But my big problem is not the parade, but the 15 miles I have to drive to the parade. I don't want any of this coming off and flopping around, getting wrapped around the wheels and whatnot. So what I have to do before we head out of here in a few minutes is go around and button them down, tighten them up, make sure all the lights are going to stay in place for the 15-mile ride I've got. There's one of Santa's helpers here doing his job. Getting this thing ready for the parade, right? Oh yeah, we're looking clean. So here's the thing. I had these LED lights that I wanted to go on with the horn. But when the horn engages, it draws all the amps, voltage, current, electricity, whatever, and these don't light up. So we've got them on separate circuits. All right, here we are, ready to start the parade. Model A still running, and we have 2 elves here, directly from the North Pole, on loan for the parade. Hey, welcome to the fire. This is where I do a lot of my thinking and share some thoughts. That was a fun parade. I had a good time. The two girls in the back, I really didn't get good shots of them, but they were dressed up as elves, and they had a lot of fun in the rumble seat, tossing candy to all the crowd along the way. It was fun to get the car all lit up, but there were obstacles to getting there. Um, that Model A doesn't have much of an electrical system, and we had to bring power into the cab and convert it to 110 and plug all those lights into it. And the horn was out. There were a lot of issues, and I just couldn't get it all done in time. I called my friend Mike, who lives in the town where the parade was, and he said, yeah, bring it over. He had the tools, he had the wisdom, the knowledge, the know-how. And I kind of stood there and handed him wrenches and handed him screwdrivers. He had the clips, the wires, everything it took. He was so gracious. And it was his granddaughters that were in the back. So we had a lot of fun getting that car ready. And it was hours of work, but I couldn't have done it by myself. It was so good to have friends. And the scripture says, there's a friend that sticks closer than a brother. And I really think that true friends are a gift from God. I heard somewhere, don't know how true it is, but most men wouldn't have 6 friends to be pallbearers at their own funeral, apart from family. And that's kind of sad. And I think a lot of men, we do go through life isolated. But one thing that car has taught me is sometimes I get in over my head. I don't know, how to adjust the valves. And some of it, I'm not there yet, but I have friends who step in and help me along the way. I really consider that a gift from God. I am humbled by some of the good friends that I've been blessed with. It makes life really sweet. Not only was it fun taking that old car in the parade, and my friend Mike got to ride along with me, but it was fun sharing that adventure with him. And it all came about all of a sudden. 3 days before the parade, we didn't even know we were going to be in it. So there was a lot of rush at the end, but I couldn't have done it without my friends. And I would encourage you. You're probably not going to find your best friends in a bar. Probably not. But I would encourage you to go out and cultivate friendships, no matter what your age is. They are a gift from God, and they make life so much richer. And remember, to have friends, you have to be one. So thanks for coming along. That parade was a lot of fun, and we'll see you in the next adventure. Thanks.
I love Richard Guy. It's fun.